and welcome to LMU Community TV News. I'm Ashley Collingsworth. Thank you for joining us. Over the weekend, the Cumberland Gap National Historical Park held a special event to commemorate the release of the 32nd quarter in the America the Beautiful Quarter program. The weekend, titled An American Memoir, explored American values of the past, present, and future in 3 frontier areas. The program is part of a larger celebration that marks the National Park Service centennial. On Monday, park staff hosted over 200 local school children at the Parks Visitor Center on Pinnacle Road in Middlesboro. Highlights from that event included the swearing in of more than 2,200 junior rangers. The free event concluded with a coin exchange where the public traded cash for $10 rolls of newly minted Cumberland Gap National Historical Park quarters. U.S. Representative Hal Rogers spoke at the ceremony, along with National Park Deputy Director Peggy Odell and Southeast Region Director Stan Austin.
This park gains worldwide recognition on the minting of the new quarter that will be circulated forever now throughout the world. And this new quarter, this new coin of the United States, will go to every pocket in America and indeed most of the world, advertising the Cumberland Gap National Park, where you now sit.
The Cumberland Gap National Historical Park Quarter is the 32nd release in the United States mint America the Beautiful Quarters, a 12-year initiative to honor 56 national parks and other national sites. Each year, they will release a new quarter depicted for the America the Beautiful Quarters. The United States Mint is issuing these quarters in the order in which the national sites were officially established. Lincoln Memorial University, in partnership with the Claiborne County Board of Education, seeks to serve students in Claiborne County and the surrounding Appalachian region by establishing a kindergarten through 12th grade public college preparatory charter school. To tell us more about the steps to get the charter school up and running, here is current J. Frank White Academy Principal, Mr. Jared Boster.
The Academy has always prided itself on providing a different choice for people of our area, and we wanted to be able to expand that offering to more people. So by becoming a charter school, we're able to offer these educational opportunities that we have as a part of LMU to a broader base of people in our area. So there will no longer be a socioeconomic divide in J. Frank White Academy. If you choose to go to the Academy, now you'll be able to. A charter school is a publicly funded but privately governed school. That means that the state and tax dollars will pay the tuition cost, and then we still get to manage the school in a responsible way that we see fit. So we'll be independent of Claiborne County School. However, we will be their partner in that they'll get to share in our successes and our test scores while we're still able to make the choices we need for our classrooms, and we'll be able to maintain autonomy, meaning teachers get to make the best decisions for their kids and not legislators. It's going to be something that's going to hold true to LMU's mission, and that we're going to be able to provide more opportunities for the people of our area. And what it's going to mean for J. Frank White in particular is we're going to have an opportunity to grow and offer more things to our students that we currently serve and the ones that we'll serve in the future. One of those things is that we're seeking out STEM certification through Advanced Ed. Advanced Ed is the accreditation body for, it's a global organization, so it's the leader in accrediting high schools and institutions of our sort. But the STEM certification means, of course, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We're going to be taking a STEAM focus. By adding the A, that means we're going to make sure to include the arts. And it's going to be a critical thinking focus on all these subjects. So through every course, we'll be looking at the content through the lens of STEM, meaning critical thinking focus, problem solving, and more importantly, preparing learners for problems we haven't even thought of yet. So by giving them that scaffolding and framework, they'll be able to solve problems in the future that we can't foresee. I think as a whole, it's going to give more students a choice. Our hope is to partner with Claiborne County Schools in offering a different choice for students, and students who are serious about being in the medical field. We have resources in that area that we can offer those children. students who are serious about going into any kind of math or science program. We have resources for that. And more importantly, we're going to be able to help lift up Claiborne County as a whole. There are some incredible educators here, and we just want to be a resource to those people.
The proposed launch date of the charter school will be August of 2017, and it will be located on the main campus of Lincoln Memorial University. The locations that have been identified by the LMU Board of Trustees are Avery Hall, Kresge Hall, Mars Gymnasium, and the current home of the Academy, Farr Hall. Currently, there are no academic requirements for applications, but there is a desire for applicants who have the desire to continue to go to college. Coming up this Saturday is the 6th annual Doggy Dash and Kids Health Fair. To tell us more, here is Liza Martz.
It was started 5 years ago by the students and the faculty at DCOM. And it is now one of the major fundraisers for it. We only have 2 major fundraisers,
right,
and it's one of them. And it is coming up this Saturday. You register at 9 o'clock, is it? 9 o'clock.
Register
you get a T-shirt if you register, and then you can bring your dog. You can not bring your dog. It's a 5K. If you're in, it's actually the kind that you can get credit for it.
Right.
And or you can not walk. They have doggy costumes. They're going to have things for the kids to do.
Doggy costumes.
Yes. It's a really fun family event.
It really is. So how long does it last?
It doesn't last that long. It lasts maybe an hour, hour and a half. People mill around a lot. And, you know, everybody's a dog lover, so everybody's busy walking around petting dogs and commenting on how cute they are.
So tell us a little bit about how the Doggy Dash impacts the Claiborne Animal Shelter.
The Claiborne Animal Shelter is run completely by donations and volunteer labor. So any time we get a big hit of a donation, it costs about $10,000 a month.
Right.
Operating costs. With the Doggy Dash, we traditionally get, maybe $2,000 or $3,000, and that covers a huge amount of our costs for that month.
Right.
It will cover our medicine. You know, we give all the dogs are up to date on cats. Everybody's got their meds, and so it helps us pay for the veterinary supplies. It helps us pay for food, for keeping the dogs, caring for them, and it's huge. And and also it raises people's awareness about the shelter.
It really does.
And we end up getting a lot of adoptions out of it because people are aware we have a shelter, and they will come in and adopt someone.
Right. So tell us about a little bit about why the Doggy Dash initially got started.
The Doggy Dash got started because we were actually just building an animal shelter. And we didn't have money to open an animal shelter, so we decided we needed some money to open a spay and neuter clinic. And the students put on the Doggy Dash for us, and it actually got us a third of the way toward the overall cost of the clinic. So that's how it got started.
I remember when the Doggy Dash first started. I remember I took my dog, little Wally, and we went, and we didn't stay very long because he got too excited. But anyways, so people can bring their dogs.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to keep them on a leash.
Yeah.
See, I couldn't keep Wally on a leash because he kept sneaking out of it, and I would be standing there holding it, and he would be gone. So make sure that you have your dog, and they're on a leash, and you don't have to bring a dog to participate in the run or walk.
Right, and there'll be some giveaways from the shelter that we've donated so that people can have raffles and door prizes and things. So it's just a family fun day.
All right, so if people want more information on the Doggy Dash, where would they go to find that?
We've got it on our Facebook page.
Okay.
And it's a link actually to an LMU page about the Doggy Dash. So
there you go.
There you go. You can go to LMU.
Right here at LMU. We have it all.
Yeah.
So go to Claiborne Animal Shelter on Facebook, and then you can find the link there. And if people want to come out, registration starts at 9, and I think the games and stuff for kids start at 10. So bring your dogs, make sure they're on a leash, don't let them sneak out, and then have a great day and support the Claiborne Animal Shelter.
Yeah.
It has now been 2 years since Claiborne County Medical Center went under the direction of Covenant Health. We sat down with President and Chief Administrative Officer to discuss all of the positive changes that the medical center has seen since these past 2 years.
You know, I wasn't here right when the takeover began, but I came over here in May of last year, of 2015. But I think immediately what happened was immediate renovations for the hospital, and that included, I think the first big project was the patient rooms, and that meant, you know, painting, new blinds, new furniture, and that took a couple of months to get that done at the tune of about $300,000 to get all that completed. And we still have, even today, you can look at the rooms. It's they're very pleasant to look at. The beds are comfortable, and it's as nice as anywhere you would go. I think in light of probably what's happened most recently over in Scott County, you know, over there with closing the hospital, I think the main thing is keeping our hospital open for the doors of the people. We give unsurmountable amount of course, you know, we everybody want to take care of every patient, no matter where they're from, where they have ability to pay or not, because we're non-for-profit. But of course, in able to run a hospital, we've got to have some money from somewhere, and we've given a lot of indigent care. But you know, we're here for people 24/7. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, to take care of the people, not only in Claiborne County, but the surrounding counties. I see the hospital growing, and hopefully the people in Claiborne County will get behind the hospital and use it. We know that some people may have physicians in Knoxville and other areas, but by and large, we're putting more physicians over in our medical office building, more specialties. We've got a new physician, Dr. Daniel Anderson, that's actually starting the 1st of May. I think was born and raised here in Claiborne County, went to school at LMU, so we're setting him up in practice over there with Dr. Neal. We also have a good hospitalist program. We have Dr. Geller. He was not born here in Claiborne, but he is living here in the county, and he's heading up our hospitalist program. And then Friday, on April the 15th, we have Dr. Thomas Robbins, who is from the Cumberland Gap area. He's also a member of the first graduating medical class from LMU, so he's coming here to help us as well. And our 2 nurse practitioners, quite luckily and happily proud to announce that they are also Claiborne County residents. So we have Claiborne County people taking care of Claiborne County.
To find out more about the Claiborne Medical Center, you can log on to their website, claibornehospital.org. Now, coming up after the break, the Pet of the Week is back, and you don't want to miss this one. So keep it right here on LMU Community TV News.
I come from a big family. I'm the oldest of 6. To me, being the first person to go to college, it's like setting a standard, you know? My little brother is 8 years old now. I challenge his curiosity. I challenge him to dream. I have to paint a picture for him that he can look up to and live up to and possibly be better than. My name is Jaquez, and I am your dividend.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. In that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher. Or a reality TV star.
I dare you to stand up here.
To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher.
You can change my life. Make me excited about science like you.
Have a career that really means something.
Then do it.
I dare you.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck.
So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Lincoln Memorial University, Paul V. Hamilton School of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, and the LMU players will stage the Charlotte B. Shore-Penning adaptation of Alice in Wonderland April 15th through the 17th and 22nd through the 24th. Assistant Professor of Theater Mark McGinley has partnered again with director Joe Powell to produce a family-friendly show which follows Alice on her journey down the rabbit hole. Fans of the classic story will recognize iconic characters such as the Cheshire Cat, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the Mad Hatter, and the White Rabbit, but they will also be pleasantly surprised with an array of other supporting characters in this adaptation. The large cast of 18 features a mix of veteran players and newcomers to the stage. All performances will take place in the Sam and Sue Mars Performing Arts Center of the Duke Hall of Citizenship. The curtain will rise at 7:30 for each performance, and it will be a 2-week run. General admission advance sale tickets are $5 and can be purchased online. Tickets will also be sold at the door for $10. High school students of all ages may purchase tickets for $3 in advance or $5 at the door. LMU students, faculty and staff, and children under 12 are free of charge. A furry face is the perfect addition for any family, and each week we bring you the adoptable pups from the Claiborne Animal Shelter. These furry faces are available for adoption at the animal shelter, so let's show off this week's Pet of the Week in hopes of finding its forever home and family. Hey, shelter, and today she is brought with her
Clara Jane.
Clara Jane. Tell us a little bit about Clara Jane and how long she has been with you all, and just a little bit about her.
Clara Jane is a Great Pyrenees.
Yes.
And she's been with us just for about 3 days so far. We have a hold period.
Okay.
And she came to us with her fur all matted, covered in ticks. You couldn't even tell that she was a Great Pyrenees.
No.
And so she's had her little rear end shaved, and she's had a bath, and she's got an old injured eye. So we're not sure if she's blind in that eye or not.
Okay.
And as you can see, she's a very, very sweet girl.
She's very chill.
Look at the camera, dear.
Very chill.
Show everybody a pretty face.
So tell us a little bit about the breed, about Great Pyrenees.
This breed they were originally meant to work in the mountains to be the guardians of the herds, but so they're protective of their territory, but they're very gentle and nurturing.
Okay.
And so they're good around kids. They want to take care of the little things. They'd be good around puppies. They're very much loyal to their family. The one thing is they can become territorial.
Right.
But if you do take them out for walks and let them know that they don't own everything, right, then they do well. Now, she doesn't like being on this little table right here.
Yeah, she's not comfortable.
But when she is off the table, one of her favorite things to do is shake hands with people.
Yes.
So she'll walk up to everybody, sit down, and
shake hands.
Her paw. Yeah.
She wants to shake hands.
Yes.
All right, so the typical family for Clara Jane would be?
Somebody with a huge fenced-in area.
Okay.
Because they will tend to wander.
Right.
And somebody that's going to spend a lot of time with her.
Right.
She's a working dog, so if she has a job, it might be fetching a ball or playing with a Frisbee. That'll keep her happy.
Okay.
Keep her from getting bored.
Okay.
And people that are going to brush her regularly,
right.
They do need to be groomed.
Or just stand and do this, because
exactly.
this is what I'm loving to do. They're like giant polar bears.
And she would be good, certainly, for an individual, too.
Right.
And she'd be an in-house dog.
Right.
And they do not do well in extreme heat, so they really do have to be brought in when it gets hot out.
All right, so tell everybody how they could, if they want to make Clara Jane a part of their family, what would they go about doing?
They would go to claiborneanimalshelter.com and fill out an adoption application.
Right.
The important part of that is well, everything's important on it, but the veterinary information. We want to make sure that previous animals have had their shots and everything up to date, and that they've been spayed and neutered.
Right.
And then they would submit that application. We would have it reviewed by our adoption committee, and if it's cool, the adoption fee is $150.
There you go.
So, and she'll probably won't be here long, so if somebody's interested, they have to act
I may be
fast.
snatching her up, just saying. Just saying, she may be going home with me.
Yeah.
All right, so if you want to make Clara Jane a part of your family, you can go to the Claiborne Animal Shelter, or you can go online, check her out, and fill out the application and make her a part of your family.
My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Welcome back. The LMU baseball team was in action this week, finishing off a conference series and a non-conference battle with Trevecca Nazarene. On Monday, the Rustlers and Bears completed their conference series with a 9-inning game that saw LR score first in the first on a sac fly by Colby Dishman. They would add solo home runs by Marcus Shoemaker and Ryan Perkins and would eventually lead after 4, 6-0. LMU's Gene Rodriguez got the Rustlers on the board with a 2 RBI home run in the 5th. 2 wild pitches got LMU to within 2, but the rather would end up short, and LMU lost 6-5. Chase Randolph took the loss, going 4 innings, allowing 6 hits, 6 runs, while striking out 3. On Wednesday, LMU took on Trevecca in non-conference action, and it was a matchup of coach versus previous assistant coach, as Coach Sixeye had to face Coach Ryan Smalls, who was an assistant under Sixeye for many years. Trevecca got on the board first on a wild pitch in the first inning. In the 4th, Micah Blunt hit a solo home run for the Trojans to tie the game up at 2. Trevecca would take a 4-2 lead into the bottom of the 9th when Logan Augustine hit a 2 RBI double into right center field to tie the game up and send it into extra innings. A Matt Mullenbach wild pitch allowed Trevecca to score in the 10th, and LMU lost 5-4. Mullenbach took the loss, allowing no hits, 1 run, while striking out 3 in 1 inning of work. The Rustlers will now travel to Hartsville, South Carolina this weekend for a 3-game set with Coker College. The LMU softball team hosted Carson Newman on Wednesday in conference action. Game 1 of the doubleheader was a pitching duel between Brianna Taylor and Allison Webster. The Eagles helped Webster with 1 run in the 3rd and 2 more in the 6th, and Carson Newman won 3-0. Webster pitched 7 innings, allowing only 3 hits while striking out 8, while Taylor took the loss, going 7 innings, allowing 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned run, while striking out 8. Game 2 would not be as low scoring. Brianna Shrimp got LMU on the board with an RBI sac fly in the 1st, followed by an RBI single by Meredith Johnson. Allie Jones added a 3 RBI double in the 2nd, and then Jennifer Moose finished off the game in the 5th with an RBI single, and LMU run-ruled Carson Newman 8-0. Samantha Smith picked up her 7th win of the season, going 5 innings, allowing only 1 hit while striking out 5. The Lady Rail Splitters will now move to Hickory, North Carolina this weekend for a date with Lenora Ryan. The LMU women's lacrosse team was in Wines, Virginia on Wednesday night when they faced the Cavaliers of UVA Wise. Hannah Marshall scored for UVA Wise less than 4 minutes in and started an 8-0 run that would last the entire first half. Abby Hoskins got LMU on the board less than 2 minutes into the second half, but the Cavaliers were too much and they went on to win 15-2. Brieza James scored the other goal for LMU, while Catherine Dina and Kristen Gobby led UVA Wise with 3 goals apiece. The women will join the men this weekend when they both travel to Hickory, North Carolina to meet up with Lenora Ryan. The LMU women's golf team finished up their South Atlantic Conference tournament earlier in the week with a 3rd place finish with an overall 3-round score of 944, 6 strokes off the lead. Queens University took the win, followed by Carson Newman. Lady Rail Splitter Reagan Green finished 6th in the individuals, 9-stroke off the winning score of Grace Glaze. The women will now wait to see if they will make the NCAA Division II Super Regional 2 tournament. The men's golf team will be in Etowah, North Carolina for the men's conference tournament this weekend. Now that's all for sports. However, here comes Joseph Lewis to let you know what movies are coming to the big screen here on LMU Community TV News.
Hello, I'm Joseph Lewis, bringing you all the latest information in the world of movies. Coming to theaters this weekend is The Jungle Book, Disney's latest live-action adaptation of Rudyard Kipling's iconic stories, helmed this time by Elf and Iron Man director Jon Favreau. Arriving in standard, 3D, and IMAX formats, the film aims to retell the story of man-cub Mowgli and his animal friends in the biggest and most visually spectacular way possible, aided by a sterling voice cast that includes Bill Murray as the bear Baloo and Ben Kingsley as the panther Bagheera, alongside Idris Elba, Lupita Nyong'o, Scarlett Johansson, Christopher Walken, Breaking Bad's Giancarlo Esposito, and the late Gary Shandling in his final film role. Next up for this week is Criminal, an action thriller directed by the Iceman's Ariel Vraaman, in which Kevin Costner stars as an unstable convict into whom the memories of Ryan Reynolds' recently deceased CIA operative are implanted in order for him to complete a dangerous mission. Tommy Lee Jones, Gary Oldman, Michael Pitt, and Batman vs. Superman's Gal Gadot co-star. Also new to theaters this week is Barbershop: The Next Cut, the fourth film in this series and the first installment in the 11 years since 2005's Beauty Shop. Ice Cube, Cedric the Entertainer, Anthony Anderson, and most of the rest of the original cast return, newly joined by rap queen Nicki Minaj to spearhead a campaign for change in their neighborhood as gang violence begins to erupt just outside the barbershop. The Best Man filmmaker Malcolm D. Lee directs. Lastly for this week, in limited release, is Green Room, the latest work from independent filmmaker Jeremy Saulnier, previously responsible for the horror comedy Murder Party and the nuts and bolts revenge thriller Blue Ruin. Green Room features Star Trek's Anton Yelchin and Arrested Development's Alia Shawkat as two members of a punk band who find themselves trapped and fighting for survival in a music venue run by a gang of murderous white supremacists. Patrick Stewart co-stars as their leader alongside Blue Ruin actor Macon Blair. The Jungle Book, Criminal, and Barbershop: The Next Cut can be seen in theaters nationwide starting this Friday, April 15th, while Green Room will be available in select cities. And as always, be sure to check your local listings for special Thursday night screenings in the area.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
And that is going to do it for this week's LMU Community TV News Weekend Edition.
I'm Adam Haley. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on Monday.
For everyone here at LMU Community TV, I'm Ashley Collingsworth. Have a great weekend.